are here. Drawing some fucking Zubats, of all things. That's okay. Should be cool. Noticing that the pen pressure a little wonky. The accuracy's a little bit off from where I'd like it to be. Might go into the settings. Attempt to compensate for that. Oop. Already messing up. Forgot I fucked up. I had the wing detail on here. I definitely don't want it. It's the bottom of his wing. Could be a her Zubat, who knows? A little application. Ugh. Not a fan of how that came out. Okay, this cursor's definitely off. Which is weird because I calibrated it. I thought it came out pretty well. But I may have been mistaken. I am fucking this up again. To line art for one Zubat, almost done. This shirt design is taking way too long to get out the door. And I just realized I fucked it up because I did it all in the same layer. Fuck. It's alright, I can clean that up in post. Pen control in terms of pressure is actually pretty good. I'm not the steadiest of hands, which is why I use art rate in the first place, as it compensates for my general shittiness when it comes to that. But I'm noticing, even with my shit, this is keeping up okay. I'm actually running the compensation at lower than I usually do, which is a plus for me. Anything that makes me feel like less of a failure, doing alright in my book. Now you might be noticing that before the post correction kicks in here, the lines are really shaky. And that is not this tablet, that is art rage. I think the post correction is a feature because the line tracking in this application is just not very good. Not very good at all. That might be because I have post correction enabled, but I'm not sure. Either way, it's this application, not this piece of hardware, as I've used other applications with this tablet and others, and this is a non-issue, and it is always an issue in this program. So I have to remember to make a note of that in my review. And there we go. Hope this shirt comes out as good as it is in my head. With that People like the idea. We suck to put all this work in. And no one buy a shirt. Alright, I don't want to do this. Go here. Ooh, I just realized it's going to overlap. Actually, that's okay, because this is in a separate layer now. So that fuck up was actually beneficial. Isn't it great when that happens? No. No, I'm not a fan of that. It's a bit better. Ooh, good. That was awful. Did not start the way I wanted it to. Bam, that's better. Put it up in the center, pull it back down. Alright, got another one. I'm gonna put too much detail into these guys simply because I'm gonna be insanely small in comparison to the rest of the composition. Pokemon Trainer Luna is gonna be where the bulk of the detail and composition is going to be dedicated to. So, because Zubats, relative to humans, pretty small. In fact, I'm probably going to make these a bit bigger than they should be, just so they pop a bit more. At least I think they're small. I'm not the biggest Pokemon nerd. My editor, Twisted Prism, is a massive Pokemon nerd. This was actually, I believe this was her shirt idea. We were talking about this fucking last year. That's how long it took me to get my ass in here on this shit. So, I edited for my other channel. Actually, I edit all my videos on this one. So, that's actually why she started editing my videos on my other channel, because doing two videos a week, 2 channels, was very difficult for one person who hates editing video with a passion. This one's probably going to be shiny, so I'm going to make a note, shiny. I'll erase that later. And I want this one to be resting on Luna's hand or fingertip, depending on how big I decide to make them. Because I think Zubats are like only less than a foot tall. Maybe a little bit more than a foot, including their stringy tails. It's been a while since I've referenced the Gen 1 Pokedex. Smoothing up my hands. I'm not steady enough to do lines like this effectively. There we go, that's better. Yeah, almost looks like I'm a professional. Actually, you know what? I don't... Whoa! Shit. Oh, damn it, what am I doing? I don't know what I just did, actually. I thought I flipped the canvas, but I didn't. I want to move this tail, though. I'm going to go back again. I'm actually going to try something else. Go like this. No. Come on, control your hand. Damn it, you're an artist. I think I like that a bit more. Actually, no, I don't, because the body is right there. That's where the body ends. These tails are just kind of going to nothing. So, I actually have this one. Something more like this. And that's a bit better. Again, I'm not going to get too picky about it. Yeah, this one did not scan very well, did it? Let's try and make it happen. Gross. Actually, I think smoothing's on a little too aggressively now for this size. Ugh. I should curve the other way. What was I doing with that ear, dude? I don't know. Not sure what I was thinking with this one. I wasn't thinking at all. This guy's looking kind of grody. I'm not sold on this yet. No. Mouth will be bigger. Yeah, I might come back to that. I'm not convinced just yet. Increase this in size too. Down, up. Right. You know, anything that isn't human beings, I'm not very comfortable drawing. And I'm not very comfortable drawing people to begin with, so I am very stubborn as an artist. And by what I mean by that is, probably shouldn't be an artist. And yet, here we are. Another one. Let's go down here. This one I thought was kind of cool. Alright. I'll try and get the mouth done first. Up and thicker. Cut for smoothing, just save that fucking line. Another questionable mouth, but I'll keep it. I'll keep it. A bit here. This guy's a bit more dynamic in pose than the other ones. Kind of like him. And also a little bit chubbier. It's okay. You don't judge here. Down. See, that's a nice line. That's what I like about the smoothing in Art Rage when it does it right. It comes out real smooth. Why is my primary inking program for my questionable style? Nothing does the job better. go. You. That. You like that. And this will come up. This will come up here. And do this. And we'll do this. Actually, we're not going to do that. The reason we're not going to do that is, once again, I'm fucking up and adding all the detail to the outside of the wing. I don't know why I drew it in the pencils. Probably because I'm an idiot. Alright, there we go. Better. Me. We can pretend that goes further, I guess. And then. Cool. Still pretty fat. I know I said I was tolerant, but I might force a diet on him. We'll see. Well, you might be noticing I'm undoing a lot of strokes. I've been doing them the opposite direction. And that is because, for some fucking reason, there, I just put him on a diet. For some fucking reason, going thick to thin for me is really difficult to do steadily. Going thin to thick is much easier. Maybe I'm just stupid, but that's just how it works for me, for whatever reason. See, did it again. Gotta go thin to thick. Much more control over thin to thick. You know, I'm gonna be a little crazy here for a second. Oh no, I drew through it. What am I thinking? Come in here and try and erase that. Eraser, make it smaller. I don't like the eraser in Art Rage, actually. It's pretty shit. Which is a weird thing to complain about, and yet here we are. So I guess I can talk about this program. I actually started this video, not thinking I was even going to upload it, but halfway through starting, I was like, why don't I just try and upload this as like an end of the year bonus, doing some inking. See if anybody even gives two fucks. I highly doubt I'll ever do another one of these videos in my life, but I'm much more interested, or I think people will be much more interested in speed drawings. So they're quicker to go through, easier to consume. But I'm already recording this because this is going to be some B-roll footage. This is all being done in the XP Pen Artist22, in case anyone cares. But I figured, you know, I don't live stream at all because I'm fucking terrible talking while I'm doing work. So if I can practice offline, no pressure, maybe I can get better at it and I can stream more. So people love streaming. At least it seems like people love streaming. This is another fat guy. It's another fatty. I don't hate fat people, I swear to God. It's just, I wasn't intending to do any of this, so I'm more like offended by my like lack of artistic cohesion than the actual weight of the fictional bat. Alright. But yeah, I'm trying to get better at speaking while working, because I'm just terrible at multitasking. Even to something as simple as speaking while working. So I figured that's kind of the intent. I started talking just under the impression that I'll just try and talk while working and see if I can do anything that sounds semi-decent. But halfway through it, I was like, you know, maybe I'll upload this as well, so it's not a complete waste. So I'm practicing my work. Oh, I'm going to have to fix that later. I'm getting B-roll for the XP Pen 22 review, so you'll see this sped up during that video. And I can have a little extra something to upload for the end of the year, because I haven't uploaded nearly enough the last couple months, because I've been sick. So that's the plan. Now, as you can probably tell, I'm not the best artist in the world. And that's really for two reasons. Reason number one is I'm just not very talented. If you remember one of my first videos, is saying it's not about talent, it's about skill and practicing. And that's very true, and I believe that to this day. The problem is I don't practice very much, which is rather evident from my results right now. The other thing is I'm just not very patient. I like doing work quickly, which is why my minimalist style is a thing. Because any more detail than this, and I just start getting frustrated. So it's a curse. What are you gonna do? You. So that line right there was not because I fucked up. It was because the cursor isn't lining exactly where I want it to be. So I might try and calibrate this later. No promises, but I might try and calibrate it later. I don't think Zubat heads are perfectly circular. But whatever. Well, we'll just work with it. Down. Nope. No. Nope. No. See, that's the bad commentary that I usually kind of sink into when I'm doing this shit. Hence why I very rarely stream. You're seeing it firsthand, folks. Not entertaining while working. My brain just kind of shuts down. I just shit out the first thing that comes to mind. I'm noticing on some of these wings I'm putting little hook hands, and some of them I'm not. That is called artistic inconsistency. Will I fix that later? Probably not. That is called artistic laziness. I don't think actual Zubats in the game have little hook hands. I think I added that. That is called artistic liberty. Alright. This is the last one for line art. I don't know if I'll continue for coloring, because I would need a reference. And if you're looking in the corner of the screen, if you're an astute viewer, you'll notice this computer does not currently have internet access. So I just put this together out of spare parts yesterday. My primary rig is kaput. Power supply fucked up. I bought a new power supply on Black Friday. It is dead. Doesn't work. So I had to send it back for RMA. So my main rig, which is desecrates this thing, is currently out of commission. So I'll still get this set up. I spent 12 hours yesterday installing new components my friend got for Christmas on his computer, and then spending the bulk of that 12 hours fixing a bunch of problems that arose from the upgrade. The positive side is he gave me all of his old components, which I used to build this. So now I have a rig. Another reason why these reviews are taking so fucking long is because the machine I do all the work on has been shitting the bed. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to fill in these mouths, which is going to be in color, so maybe I should make these color, but I'm going to start with black and I'll add color later if I feel so inclined. What I like to do in my simplistic styles, a lot of people have told me that it looks like a tattoo, which I think is a compliment. hopefully they're not talking about bad tattoos that they'd want removed. So I always try and make everything. I've read this in a book once, and maybe it wasn't a good book. They said that the job of inking is to make the product look like a finished piece of work before color is added. So I try when inking to just ignore the fact that the piece is ever going to be colored and make it look balanced and finished and nice just using harsh value. And to me, I think that's a fair idea. I think that makes sense. The big problem with my style, I think, at this point, is that the lines are a little too thick. So in order to get value, I really need to start inking thinner. But I just love thick, bold lines. I don't think my work comes out very well when I do thin lines. I'm kind of in this catch-22 where I want to really work on my inking and like tone values and stuff, but when I use a line style that's kind of a bit more effective for that technique, I'm not as much a fan of the result. However, by using a thick line like this part of the process, it's very quick because there's really not too much you can do, which leads into my laziness, or works with it I should say, which is helpful because I'm fucking lazy. So maybe this is for the best. I don't know. Another thing to notice as I do this shading is I don't know fucking shit about lighting. I don't know how light works at all. I completely half-ass it and hope that it works. Sometimes it does. Other times it does not at all. So I'm just gonna half-ass some shit and see what happens. Even I'm half-assing, I know that wouldn't be how that would work. Probably shimmer shadow would be up here. And this. If I had the right idea with the line, I just put the shadow on the wrong side. Could I learn about lighting? Probably. Do I know where I would look? Not particularly. And also, there are certain subjects in art that no matter how much I study, it's never been explained to me in a way that really clicked. Perspective and lighting are two subjects that I feel are integral to really getting good at art, that I've never had explained to me in a way that I really was able to parse effectively, which has led... Oh, see that dot? That was a pressure registration error. Don't get too bent out of shape about that if you think about buying this tablet, because that happens even with Wacom, I've noticed. So we toggle this on and off, you can see toning adds a bit of definition. It looks okay, right? Maybe? Is it just me? But yeah, I mean, I'm really self-critical when it comes to my art style. I like it. I like the end result. I just don't think it's very technically competent, especially for my age, the amount of time I've spent doing artwork. I'm 27. I've drawn since high school, on and off. And I just think for as long as I've been doing it, as old as I am, I should be much better. Then again, the internet might just be coloring my perceptions, since fucking prodigies that like 10 years old can draw amazingly well and piss people like me off. If you're one of those 10-year-old prodigies, I apologize. Please don't unsubscribe. Teach me your ways. Like, teach me about fucking shading and lighting and foreshortening, goddammit. Maybe you're the one. You're 10 years old. You probably understand it in a simplistic way. That was not just me indirectly calling you stupid, I swear to God. See, this is why I shouldn't live stream, people. I could edit that out if I really wanted to, because this is a recording. I couldn't take it back in real life. Right. Actually, I think that was to make him less fat, but you know what? I kind of like the shadow there. So we're going to keep it. I don't know. I find that I have the most fun when trying not to be too hard on myself, but also seems to be when I do the worst work. The struggle is real. Maybe? The fun thing is I'm going to try and make all these harsh shadows work with soft toning later down the line. That would be a struggle. Don't want that. I might go back and change that. This, I think, would probably all be lit. Nah, I don't like that. I can do that with toning later. Hit this up a bit. This up a bit. Get in here. Bring this all together. Yeah, fuck it. Let's just try this. Pull it out. Give it a little curve. Whatever. I can live with that, I suppose. Did him. Maybe over here. We have that in. See, I'm out of things to say already. Shit. If you guys have questions about the XP Pen 22HD, which again is what I'm inking this on, and the review hasn't been out yet, or even the review is out by now, and you want more information on it, leave a comment, and I will try and answer it. I'm going to try and be as informative and thorough in the review as I can, but if there's something I missed, if you're watching this in the future, let me know, and I'll do my best to rectify that error. So I'm actually going to do something with this design I've never done before. I think might help with promotion in terms of the idea, people checking it out. I'm going to post the shirt eventually. Ugh, another pressure. Fuck up. Just on my Spreadshirt, I think. Either my Spreadshirt or I'm going to make a Redbubble. I'm not sure if I'm going to stick with Spreadshirt or move to Redbubble or not yet. So I made a Spreadshirt years ago. Haven't really touched it. I noticed they increased the prices too, because all the prices of my shirts went up at some point without them telling me anything. And the price difference was the big reason I stuck with Spreadshirt instead of moving to Redbubble, because they were $5. I want to make $5 a shirt, and Spreadshirt lets you sell a shirt for $15 and make $5. On Redbubble, you had to sell it for $20 to make $5. And at some point within the last year and a half, 2 years, Spreadshirt adopted the Redbubble pricing structure, much to my dismay, because all my shirts increased $5 in price. I think $20 for one of my shirts is a little steep. but I don't want to make less than $5 because I think $5 is a pretty fair amount of money for me off of one of my shirts. But anyways, getting back to the topic I was going to say, is Tumblr is usually where I promote my artwork when I actually finish artwork, which is very rare these days because I'm doing YouTube stuff. But Tumblr is where my art usually goes when it's finished. I've noticed, I'm sure you've noticed too if you frequent the Tumblrs, Tumblr loves GIFs. Loves them. I was thinking, I know some basic VFX. Why not take this shirt design that I'm working on and throw all these graphics into HitFilm, which has a VFX editor in it, and drop them in like a 3D space and have the camera kind of pan around a little bit. That'll give it a bit of a faux 3D effect. Gives it some motion, and motion and GIFs Tumblr eats up. So upload a GIF of that, of this shirt design finished, as opposed to just a still image with a link to buy the shirt, and that'll probably get more eyeballs on the design than it would otherwise. I think that's a solid idea. As long as the shirt design itself doesn't look like ass, which I know it kind of looks like ass right now, but the magic for my artwork usually comes out in the coloring, despite me not being a great colorist. So you can see the little bit of extra pop and definition my simple shading adds to these figures, which I think works pretty well. I'm happy with it. Again, I'm proudly a slacker. So, what are you gonna do? But yeah, that's my idea for getting the shirt design exposure. Tag it, animate it, and spray and pray without delay. Hope it gets some clicks. I have a huge list of shirts I've been meaning to get done, but just haven't. I've actually been working on this shirt on and off for months. And by months, I mean I did these pencils like 3 months ago, and then I haven't touched them until like last week. Such is my workflow. Let me know in the comments below if this video is fucking boring as shit. Even, I mean, if you started watching this and you're just getting to now, and you're just like, oh my god, this guy's dull, let me know, and I'll never make another one again. So I know this is very different from my usual fare. Like I said in the beginning, there's a reason I usually avoid doing this stuff. It's because I'm very self-conscious about it. I think I'm fucking boring on camera. So let me know if I'm correct in that assumption, and I will never, ever waste your time like this again. But if you like it, let me know in the comments too, and I'll do more. Hopefully getting a little bit more interesting every time. Okay. So I think they're all... Oh no, I didn't shade this guy yet, because he doesn't have a mouth. An open mouth, I should say. My lighting's all been from this. My lighting has all been from this side. I was tempted to just go, but that would be inconsistent with the shading I have kind of set up here. I guess the wing, the way it is, would be casting some shadow as well, so I could kind of go like this. I don't know, I'm bullshitting it. I'm making this up as I go along. I'm inventing the rules of lighting. And the reason I do this is because I found that bullshitting it still looks better than not having it at all. Maybe that's because I don't know anything about lighting, and to me it just looks better. Which is very possible, now that I think about it. I could be making this uglier to people who actually understand lighting. Luckily for me, the majority of people in this world aren't artists and don't understand lighting. So hopefully they'll like it better too. And then give me their money so I can afford rent. It might be too aggressive. I might tone that down. I'm not sure yet. I'll probably know better once I get to the coloring stage, which I may or may not record because I may or may not do it right now. So I haven't finished Luna. Okay, so people don't know this fucking idea. This is a really stupid idea, but I thought I got the idea. Kind of wormed its way into my head. It's a Pokemon trainer, Princess Luna from My Little Pony. I know. I used to be really into that show. You may proceed to unsubscribe if you want. As a Pokemon trainer with a bunch of Zubats flying about her. She's the princess of the night. These are Zubats. Everyone finds Zubats annoying, but Princess Luna just wants people to respect her. And they're bad, so they come out at night. So they're friends. Yay. Not the most amazing design ever. Or clever concept, I suppose. But his face is pissing me off. That looks even worse. I don't know why. I don't know what a Zubat head looks like. That one looks good. This one does not. Why is that? Maybe it's because his mouth is too low. If I move that. But yeah, that's the idea. So, if you watch my Uji 1910B review, you probably saw the Luna. Because that's part of the shirt too. Oh, I was right. It's the mouth location. That already looks better. Yeah, there we go. Oh, shoot! The weird thing about Art Rage is when you have nothing selected and you still have the select tool, I expect it to pan when I hit space and move, like it does in Photoshop, but it still drags the entire layer because that's what's technically selected. I do that constantly. It's really fucking annoying. Alright, let me just... That did not work. That was my error. That did not work again. That was also my error. I want low to high. This is closer to the light. That technically would not be how this works. I'm going to take an artistic liberty here. And I hate it, so I'm going to untake my artistic liberty. Save this. I haven't saved it yet. Put it. There's a Luna right there. I'll probably open that up in a second. Computer. Local disk. Users. Admin. Copy. I love copy. I'm definitely going to do a video on copy at some point. So now that I want to start doing applications. This will be Zubats. Zubats. Save. So overall, I gotta say I'm really liking the XP pen, Artist22. I've used some Wacom tablet PCs before, and this feels just like it. There was one snafu I had in the beginning that I'll go over in my review that I'm not going to get into here, but other than that, it's been pretty fucking solid for me. This looks the most like a Zubat. All of them, this guy right here, and I think it's because I didn't segment his body, his head completely from his body. They're like one kind of peanut shape. I think that's how Zubats usually are. That one looks like a Zubat too, for the same reason. I wonder, I'm gonna experiment here for a second, guys. What if I do this? Helps a little bit, I guess. Not really enough to make a ginormous difference. I might just be like really overthinking it right now. I don't know. Again, these are gonna be small. I don't know if I really care enough. I feel like that is fucked up too, but alright. Save this again. How long has this been going on for? Oh Christ, 45 minutes. Yeah, I'm done. Thanks for watching this, guys. I'm gonna cut it off here. Coloring gonna take another hour. It's a long video. No one will even click on it if I do that. Maybe I'll upload coloring as another video. I don't know. I might not even do it tonight. So thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you liked videos like this, and I'll try and do more of them. If not, you'll never see one of these again. So take it easy, guys.